What's up, guys? I got a bit of a different video today. So we're gonna be making a Ecom mini VSL for this olive oil brand right here. This is Casandrinos olive oil. You should definitely go get some. It's really good stuff. But it's one of my friends. He sent me over this product, so I'm gonna be making an Ecom mini VSL for him. So what is a mini VSL? Well, a VSL is traditionally gonna be your video sales letter, and it's usually gonna be 5 to 45 minutes long, depending on what we are selling. So I would say a mini VSL is anything under 5 minutes, primarily going to be used for Facebook ads, YouTube ads, stuff like that. And so we're gonna make a quick little meta version that we could run as like a Facebook ad today. So just a quick, I think it's 2 minutes, 2-3 minute VSL that we'll pump out, and you'll see from start to finish how I go from creative brief to scripting to actual shooting, and then very minimum viable editing. Because when we're running a mini VSL and when we're just testing something out, we don't want to pour a ton of time into editing when we don't even know if what we're saying works yet. So very minimum viable editing, nothing crazy, but it's just showing you how to get a quality mini VSL pumped out. And so we're gonna go ahead and get started right away. I'll see you guys at the end of the video.
So everything is going to start inside of our creative brief. So the creative brief is everything that you need to know about the product, about the customer, about the demographic, about the market. Everything you need to know about it is inside of this document. Now, the thing is that this document can be as long as like 30 pages. You can spend hours and hours and hours on it. And actually, the more time you spend on it, the better your marketing is going to be, because this is almost like the arsenal for your marketing, because we're going to have sections like, for instance, problem list. When we list out all the problems that the customer is experiencing and we want to go and create 10 new ads, we can just take 10 problems and then boom, go to ads. And we don't have to think, what are we going to make an ad about these problems? Same thing with the desired situation, or, for instance, reasons to believe. Maybe we make an ad that's entirely about a specific statistic that says, 80% of people who drink olive oil are, going to live forever. I don't know, whatever it is, right? So there's stuff like that. So the reason we create this is because it makes everything a lot more organized and easy. And especially when you have like multiple people on your marketing team, you want to be able to have clear communication between everyone. It's very difficult, especially in the case of when you have UGC, a creator, and you want them to create the ad from start to finish, give them full creative control. Well, if they don't know like what the, for instance, what the USP is, unique selling proposition of your product, what makes it unique, or they don't really know who the person is for, like what the customer vertical is, they may make the worst ad possible because they don't even know what they're supposed to be making an ad about. You just kind of just sent them the product. And so it's what they think the product should be, versus we can just tell them specifically what we want. So I have right here the creative brief, and I have a template. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and make a copy, and you guys will get a link to this down below in the video. And I'm going to say olive oil creative brief, and I'm going to make a copy. So that'll load. While that's loading, I have over here the Casandrinos website. And so the Casandrinos website is basically saying, hey, here's everything to know about our product and like, what exactly you get from it and everything like that, right? And so they go in there, they're explaining everything. And then we can also even just go to their homepage as well. And I can give that as well. The reason why I'm copying it is because rather than me and sit here for 8 hours straight making a creative brief, I figured we could probably do a quicker version. So you can see I'm over here on ChatGPT, and I gave it one website. I'm going to give it another website, and I'm just going to tell it to read through it. And then we're going to make a very quick creative brief. Okay, we could make a creative brief that's way longer. We could spend all day on it, but that's not the point of this video. So I'm going to create this creative brief based on the data that we have inside of their website. Okay, so we have our olive oil creative brief right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to download this as a PDF, and then I'm going to go back over to GPT, and I'm going to give it to this, and I'm going to say, hey, I want you to fill out this creative brief section by section based on what you know about Casandrinos olive oil. So now we have our document that has all the information to know about the olive oil, okay? And so what we want to do is we want to focus on a specific area so we can test properly. So here's the thing. If you just throw stuff at the wall to see what sticks, that can work, but it's not repeatable, okay? So I'm going to come up with one that's based on quality. Okay, so we have most store-bought olive oils are often blended with lower quality oils, diminishing their purity. Misleading labeling makes it hard. Lack of transparency in the olive oil supply chain. Mass-produced, sacrifice quality for scale. I like this right here. And then exposure to light. That's a good one. I'm going to take this angle where mass produced olive oils sacrifice quality for scale. So, this is kind of the angle that we're taking, right? So mass produced olive oils sacrifice quality for scale. And really every single ad has three parts of it. There's the hook, okay? There's the body, which is kind of like the explainer. And then from there, there's the CTA, so call to action. The reason why we do it this way is because the hook captures the attention. The body explains why they need to take action today, like what exactly is the reason why they should purchase this product, why should they take the action we're telling them to do. And then the CTAs, we are telling them to take action, call to action. And so what we need to do is come up with our hook. We then come up with our body, and then we come up with our CTA. So because it's a physical product and it's not like an info product, I can have it on camera. And so I could, show it to the camera like this and do something like that. And that's more of like a visual hook, right? When I like start the video with this out in front of me like that, that's a visual hook. And so what I'm thinking is that I can compare this olive oil with some olive oil that I have. And I like the visual aspect of that. And so I would say something like this. Let's go to that. This is store-bought olive oil. This is hand-picked olive oil from Greece. So we're kind of creating something along those lines, and it looks like the normal text is kind of being weird. So what I want to say is I want to open up with something a little bit different. I want to open with something like weird and something that's going to capture people's attention. This is store-bought olive oil, doesn't really capture people's attention, but saying something along the lines that's like contrarian, controversial, weird, captures people's attention. I did not know that I was eating rotten olive oil for years. This is a secret that most big chain grocery stores don't want you to know. And just to prove it to you, let me show you what I'm talking about. This is store-bought olive oil. This is hand-picked olive oil from Greece. And then I have this as my hook. Hey, quick question for you. Would you like me to come help you implement this inside of your business? Meaning either I'll be working with you directly or working with your team to help them understand how to build out really good creative briefs, how to write really good scripts, and how to be able to turn that into banger ads, VSLs, all sorts of assets that are going to help your direct marketing do even better. If that's the case, all you need to do is you need to click the link inside of this description. You'll be taken to a questionnaire, fill that out. If everything makes sense, you'll be taken to a page where you can book a call with me to chat about what it would look like for us to work together. So that's everything. Back to the video. Okay, so let's go and let's take this. I'm going to go and I'm going to put it inside of GPT. And then what I do as the prompt is I say, I want you to keep writing as if you are master copywriter Clayton Makepeace. And you can really insert any copywriter that you want here. I found Clayton usually is the best at this type of stuff for in my opinion, like actually selling the product and helping explain it the right way. Sometimes some of the other stuff like Gary Halbert, Dan Kennedy, I don't think it does as good of a job. So I like Clayton Makepeace at the moment. If you're a master copywriter Clayton Makepeace, I want you to explain to the viewer why the color means it is high quality. And so it's going to give me back now, whatever the script is. Here we go. Now look at that rich green color. That's not just for show. When olive oil is fresh and high quality, like this one from Casandrinos, that green hue signals a wealth of chlorophyll and polyphenols, powerful antioxidants, and nutrients that are key to both flavor and health benefits. The vibrant color tells you this olive oil is packed with natural compounds that give it its peppery finish and robust taste. When you see this green, you're getting purity, nutrition, and freshness straight from Greece. Boom. That is beautiful. I love that. So we're going to take that back here and we are now going to use that here. So we're going to look at that rich green color. That's not just for show. When olive oil is fresh and high quality, like this one from Casandrinos, that green hue signals a wealth of chlorophyll and polyphenols, powerful antioxidants and nutrients that are key to both flavor and health benefits. The vibrant color tells you this olive oil is packed with natural compounds that give it its peppery finish and robust taste. When you see this green, you're getting purity, nutrition, and freshness straight from Greece. This store-bought olive oil sits on the shelf and in warehouses and factories for years, which explains why it's so low quality. But with every bottle of Casandrinos, you're getting a fresh, and it's true that they literally, like, it's within 6 weeks. Like, so it's the last fresh batch that they just did. So you're getting, but when you order a bottle of Casandrinos, you're getting a bottle of their most recent batch, sometimes as recent as 6 weeks ago. Now that's fresh, and more importantly, healthy and nutritious. So now I want to do a call to action. So I'm going to go back, same thing. Clayton, I want you to keep writing where I left off with a direct response call to action with a coupon code. And I'm going to do a coupon code because the coupon code's trackable. So we know if it's like Nick 10, for instance, that everyone that used Nick 10 is from my ad. And here's the best part. You don't have to settle for that stale for a grocery store. Right now, Casandrinos is offering an exclusive deal just for you. When you order today, you'll get 15% off your first purchase. Simply enter the code FRESH15 at checkout and you'll taste the difference for yourself. I would like to do something like this. I would say that this is kind of good, but we can do better. Now that's... you should taste the difference for yourself. When you order your first bottle today, you'll get 15% off your purchase. Simply use the code FRESH at checkout, FRESH15 at checkout, and you'll be able, and your bottle will be on the way in no time. I like this last one. It should go here though. You should taste the difference for yourself. Imagine drizzling. Wouldn't it be great? Something like this. Wouldn't it be great to drizzle this vibrant, nutrient-rich olive oil over your favorite dishes? Knowing you enjoyed the freshest, most flavorful olive oil available on the market? Something like that. Way better than this low-quality crap, low-quality stuff. So we'll do this. Way better than this low-quality stuff. You should taste the difference for yourself. When you order your first bottle today, you get 15% off your first purchase. Simply enter the code FRESH15 at checkout, and your bottle will be on the way in no time. Just click the ad, click the button below, go to the link in my bio, whatever, guys. Like, come up with the thing. There's the call to action that's dependent on whether you're doing UGC or if it's an affiliate or if it's email or whatever it is, right? So I'm just going to say, click the button on this ad to get your bottle rush shipped today. Something like that. Okay. So here's our ad. Okay. Now let's estimate how long this is going to be. So I wrote my ad. It is a total of 336 words. Okay. So I speak at about 200 words per minute. So I know then that 336 divided by 200, about 1.6 minutes. And that's what we're going to find there. So about 1.6 minutes, or whatever that is, 2 minutes or 1 minute, 40 seconds or something like that, 1 minute, 30 seconds, a little bit above that. And so I'm going to go and I'm going to actually now go shoot this. So it's going to be about that 90-second mark, maybe about 100 seconds. And so I'm just going to go through and shoot this literally inside of my kitchen.
Okay, so next step is shooting it, and I'm going to be shooting it on my phone with a teleprompter so I can read the script. So I have the script on Google Docs, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to head over to an app that's called Prompt Smart Pro. So you can see there at the top, that yellow logo is Prompt Smart. So I go over to Prompt Smart, and then it's going to open on up. I click this little plus in the right side. Then it's going to go, give me another plus, and I go and I paste in my script. And so now I have my script in there. And then what I want to do is just remove all these spacings. The reason why I like Prompt Smart is because it is voice recognition. So the script is only going to move when I actually read what's going on. And so I'm just going through and removing all of these little spaces right here. But you can see once I actually save it, and now I move into actually going back and shooting it. So I'm just gonna do this real quick so you can see, hey, here's the script right there on the text. And watch this as I read it. Watch how it starts to move. I did not know that I was eating rotten olive oil for years. This is a secret that most big chain grocery stores don't want you to know about. And just to prove it to you, let me show you proof that the olive oil you're using is more than likely rancid. See how it's moving as I read it? It's pretty cool stuff. So we're gonna use this while we film because it makes it a whole lot easier. So let's go ahead, let's head over to the kitchen, let's get this set up and let's get started. This is the filming setup that we're gonna use right here. Very simple, guys. I have an Amaran P60C, then an Amaran 200XS with that light dome attached to it as well. I could get a bigger one, which definitely would maybe improve the lighting, but I don't have that. That's what I have access to today, which is the Amaran 200XS, and then the P60C. So this is kind of a little bit more of that LED hard light style, whereas that's our soft light. And then from there, you know, we have our tripod, which is going to be set up with our iPhone, and I'm going to be reading it right from there. And then I have my props, which is the glasses that I'm going to be using as well to have the olive oil poured into. So that's where we're going to start from, and here's what the final product looks like after we shoot.
And here we are now with our finished product. So this is without me needing to hand it off to a video editor. It took me approximately 3 minutes on Adobe Premiere to add the captions and cut it up and just get this in one go. So here is what this ad looks like.
I did not know that I was eating rotten olive oil for years. And this is a secret that most big chain grocery stores don't want you to know about. And just to prove it to you, let me show you proof that the olive oil you're using is more than likely rancid. This is store-bought olive oil, and this is hand-picked olive oil from Greece. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna pour this store-bought olive oil into a cup so you can see it. So here's the cup, nice glass cup, pour it in there. And as you can see, that color is fairly light green, light yellow. I'm gonna pour a little bit more so you can see a little bit more of that. But you can see it's kind of a little bit light, right? So it's like a light green. And the reason it is this light green color is because it is oxidized, which means its flavor and nutrients have completely diminished. But on the other hand, I want you to take a look at this hand-picked stuff from Greece. When we actually pour this one in, you can see, look at that rich green color right there. Look at the difference between those two colors. So here's that rich green color versus that light color right there. Clear night and day difference, guys. When olive oil is fresh and high quality, like this one from my friends over at
Oh, and then we got to add the little Casandrinos. There, we can delete this. Yeah, there we go.
Casandrinos, that green hue, it signals a wealth of chlorophyll.
Small edits, that's all it takes.
And polyphenols, which are
I also said polyphenols wrong. Leave me alone in the comments, I know.
Powerful antioxidants and nutrients that are key for that flavor, that peppery taste that you have from olive oil. That means it's fresh olive oil, right? The vibrant color tells you that this olive oil is packed with natural compounds, and not so much over here. This is just diminished and very low quality, and likely has sat on the shelf for about a year or two before making its way over to you. Whereas this, when you buy from Casandrinos, you're getting olive oil that could have been on a tree as early as 6 weeks ago. That's how crazy it is. Guys, this green olive.
And this was a little bit off script now. Now I decided to kind of like, just kind of riff, and it actually came out pretty good, and so I kept it.
Olive oil right here from Casandrinos, that's purity, straight from Greece. The store-bought olive oil that you're getting from there, that's just, it's garbage. Don't buy that anymore. You should taste the difference for yourself. When you actually head over to Casandrinos' website and you order your first bottle today, you'll get 15% off your first purchase. All you gotta do is enter the code FRESH15 at checkout, and your bottle.
I would probably do it where I would do like, you know, fresh 15 like that, and then just get rid of that. Enter the code fresh 15.
fresh 15 at checkout, and your bottle will
And then I would, editor, hey, can you put fresh 15 at the bottom or whatever the fuck, right? So you have the editor go and make that. So we have a minimum viable version of this ad. And all we had to do was just plan things out. Okay, what's the angle we're going to go with? We write the script and then we go and shoot. And we do a very minimum viable shoot. And let's say I wrote 10 of these things. I could have shot 10 of them in maybe an hour or two. And so I go and I shoot about 10 of them. And then I can go and test. And then if I want to go and pay for higher production and more expensive stuff, I can go and do that. But this low quality is something that so many people get butthurt over. It needs to look like a Hollywood movie, but it doesn't really need to. You don't need to make it look like a movie. You could do a minimum viable test to start. Call it low quality. I call it minimum viable quality. You get that done, and then from there, if that works, you could hand that off to someone else, and they could go do it in a studio, or you could have someone that's like a very expensive influencer to do the exact same script for you. It's pretty up to you on what you want to do there. So that is everything in terms of the ad itself, and that's what we were able to get as a finished product. Alrighty, folks, so that is everything. Start to finish, that's the process that you're going to follow. And there's obviously going to be differences there. So the creative brief, you could do a way longer creative brief and spend 30 hours on it and get a 60-page creative brief. And then you have ads for the next 6 months that you can produce from all the problems and all the desires and all the little facts that you can use from that creative brief that you could see, some of which I pulled into my script. Then there's the scripting process. You could change it by writing scripts with your friends and have it be that everyone gets around a table and, maybe it's you and your team and you guys are all collabing together. You could do it where, for me, like I go sit in a hot tub and write on my phone and get writing done that way and just kind of come up with whatever comes to mind from that state. Then we have the shoot. You could do a shoot in the middle of the desert. You could do a shoot in a high expensive Hollywood level production studio. That's going to obviously change the quality of what you get back, but you don't always need to have a super high quality video. As long as the video quality itself is high in terms of the formatting and then the audio is good, you don't need to have a super expensive set. You can see I did it in my apartment today. So that's the shoot. And then editing, you could do an edit as simple as that, or you could hand it off to an editor and get a way more complex edit with it, with like B-roll and footage and graphics and animations and showing the bottle with the graphic. And you could do all that stuff as well, but it's not always necessary. Sometimes a UGC kind of more personal, uncut or raw style video works a lot better. And so that's the process. That's what I followed for all of my clients. It doesn't matter whether it was a VSL or whether it was even emails or ads. I follow the same process every single time. We get a creative brief, we then go and we write, we then move to production. And then once we're done with production, we actually move into editing and getting the thing finalized. So same for everything that we're doing. It's just a process that makes it really easy for us to know where we're at and what we need to do next. So if you found value from this video, I would really appreciate it if you like and subscribe. YouTube loves that. They see that and they're like, yo, that's awesome that you did that. We should probably show this guy's stuff to more people, and I would really appreciate that. So you can do that. And also, like I said earlier in the video, if you would like help with me implementing this inside of your business or training your team on this process itself to help you come up with better scripts, better angles, everything for your e-commerce brand, you can just click the link inside of the description for an application, fill it out. If everything makes sense, you'll be taken to a page where you can book a call with me and we can chat some more about getting this set up for you and your company. So that's everything. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. All the best. Bye now.